What's up, tribe? Thank you for being here and welcome to my channel. Today's post is titled Express. This is a dialogue between Matias and his higher self, so I'd be referring to Matias as me and his higher self as I am. Me. Today, after yesterday's explanation, I decided to press differently. Instead of projecting doubts about what I should be, I accepted what I am transforming into from within. And today the response was immediate. I felt how my body is stressed by everything that I'm working on mentally. And I noticed how difficult it is for him to assimilate the transformation that I am undergoing. I walked almost reluctantly to the pyramid, dragged by my soul and spirit, my body feeling that going to the pyramid was almost accepting her death. But still, I continued. Upon entering, I found 3 American women performing a ceremony. One of them recognized me. They continued to do their homework, and I stood on the wall to support, without intervening. Then more beings came through the walls that surrounded the chamber, and one of them told me that the death of my body meant the rebirth of the trine union of my parts, spirit, soul, and body, as one being. This promoted me to sing. One of the women, the oldest, was inside the sarcophagus, and I realized that it was almost a constellation of my being from my point of view. My body reclined in a coffin, while the soul and spirit, the other 2 women at the sides, sang and resonated, harmonizing it. Then I began to sing with all my being, knowing that I was singing to my body. The woman in the sarcophagus began to cry loudly, and I could feel the pain in my body externalized. The crying of my cells, screaming that they did not want to die, that they were afraid. My song sought to calm him until finding silence after crying. The other 2 helped him to stand up and leave the sarcophagus. Resurfacing, they were placed against the walls, and I could feel in them the echo of what I was pulsing. The 3 parts of my being visible in front of me. I went to the sarcophagus on the north side, on the head, and singing, I took the energy like a bath for my body. The one who represented my body positioned himself in front of me. At the foot of the sarcophagus, opposite me, spreading his arms as if in liberation, I could feel in that instant that the pressure of my body was released. When I finished, I sat down, and the same woman came over and handed me an ankh, the key of life, as a pendant on the blue rope. The key of life was the one that opened the door to the soul and the spirit to be reborn. Then I understood how the universe had given me a gift in the form of an echo to my pulse, to my intention. My body's still a little tired. I am expressure. The Latin word expression comes from the word ex, to leave, and premiere, to press. Everything that was pressed within you, the energy that you feared to release, all the things that lie within you, your potential of being, the forces that you repress somehow seek to come out of you. Energy is nothing more than an accumulation of vibration, and the tool you have to vibrate is your vocal cords, your sound, word, verb, song. What you say thanks to the forces that come from within you. And what you keep quiet accumulates that tension of energy. This can damage your being, as it can generate a short circuit inside you due to excess vibration or energy without being channeled. This is what exhausts the body, weakens it. Therefore, you must allow it to come out, sometimes as a sigh, sometimes as words. Me, expressing, then, is not just a matter of saying what is inside of me, but of releasing what has been pressed into me. That is why it is so important to communicate, say, talk to people that we have things that we kept quiet, because that energy has a goal, an intention that does not belong to us. And the more we contain it under pressure in our body, it begins to weigh and malfunction. He ends up getting sick. I am. All the power that you have within you is vibration at different levels of frequency. The pulses that build you and those that you emit to the world show that you are a pulsar that emits radiation, waves, impulses. And because of this, your throat is your most important instrument for directing the intention of all that otherwise dispersed vibration. The word is creative due to the vibrational capacity that exists in its channeling, as it releases internal tension by manifesting external realities. The word is creative, and the impulse by which this energy is channeled is emotion. Most of the information in the body is interpreted from emotion and feeling, as they are the filters that help to understand the vibration. In a situation where you feel hurt by a conflict with another person, what you usually do is either scream, releasing your anger, or keep quiet, prolonging it within yourself. Silence then is more destructive of the inner world, when the cry is more destructive of the outer world. In the first case, the energy is repressed, which means in Latin, to press again, premier. Thus, it is contained under lock and key and pressure so that it does not come out, which drowns the being and generates a painful reaction that stops the emotional movement and therefore becomes an emotional disease, which, because it is the one that moved the hormones, stops the body, also generating a physical disease, which means in Latin, return to press premier. Me. This is why it is important to speak, just to express. I am. Humans have related the term express with generating something or vocalizing something that was inside. But to be more specific, it is precisely taking pressure off what we were holding inside, the things we keep quiet, or the way we express them, silence, speaking, or shouting. Me. So, one of the tasks we have to know how to manifest outside is precisely to recognize the way we express. If we are the ones who keep silent, or the ones who talk and communicate everything, or the ones who shout without measuring the consequences. I am. Think. In what do you express the energy that you have inside? In what way do you release the pressure of your being? In what way do you pulse when expressing? Write down on your list of the laryngeal chakra In what way do you express what is in you? Me. Today I realized that every day I express much more what I feel and what happens to me. Before I was much more silent, and I realized the damage I was doing to myself and the damage I was doing to others in silence. I was always more of the one who's silent, repressing everything that happened inside. Since the last 6 months, it is the other way around. I'm being able to say what I feel and it happens to me. Although with the few people closest to me, it is more difficult because I still have the feeling of believing that if I say what I think, this can take them away from me or that they get angry. But I know that it is not their problem, but my fear of not being accepted or loved. I keep silent for fear of losing, and precisely because of being silent, I have lost much more. It is hard to say what I feel. I lived in a family and friends environment where expressing what we felt was rare because we were all ashamed to say what we felt, both good and bad. Saying I love you or I love you were phrases that cost a lot. In the same way as I don't like this or that thing offends me. I am not being able to express is living in a prison of emotions. The word is the one that gives the greatest liberation, as it is the primary tool for the liberation of vibration through the creation of sound. This is why it is important to say, let go. And even if the other person is not there, speaking it out loud with yourself brings greater clarity and manifests what you want to say more firmly. Me. So I should not only score, but also say, I am. Today's task is to write from where you express and what prevents you from expressing. And the second part of the task is to say it, speak it, even in the mirror or yourself, walking, but speak it out loud. Feel that vibration rise through your throat. Those who are silent, shout. Those who shout, whisper. Talk about what you have written. Feel it rise from their throats and vocal cords. Feel it express itself. Me. I intend to free myself and express what I feel in myself. Only then can I generate a coherent reality around me and within me. I am. It resonates. Talk to me because I am the pure expression.